Hello, and thanks very much for joining this recording where we're going to be talking about our MSc in Project and Infrastructure Management. My name's Tina, I'm from the Brunel marketing team, and I'm joined today by Dr. Nuhu Braimah, who is the course director of the MSc in Project and Infrastructure Management. Thank you very much for joining me, Nuhu. Could you kick off by giving us some information about your academic background, please?
Thank you, Tina. My name is Dr. Nuhu Braimah. I'm currently senior lecturer with the Civil Engineering Department, and I'm also the Director for Teaching and Learning and also the Course Director for Project and Infrastructure Management. I did my first degree in Civil Engineering in Ghana in KNUST University, and right after that I worked in industry as a water and sanitation engineer for about 5 years. And then I got PhD scholarship to do research in construction project management. After that, I work in industry as a project consultant. And right after that, I joined Brunel to teach project management. That's briefly myself.
Great. So how long has this particular master's course been running, and what's the aim of it in general?
Yes, this course has been running for about over 10 years now, starting in 2013. And the aim of this course is to develop the skills and understanding of professional engineers and also students for them to be well equipped in the delivery of projects in the construction industry.
So it's been running a long time. How do you make sure it's always completely up to date?
Okay, thank you. So to make sure the project is up to date, what we do is we always check what is current in industry. We ensure that what is currently being applied in industry in terms of methodology and tools, we are incorporating into the program through our annual Board of Studies meetings. We run Board of Studies every year, whereby we look at our modules, we look at our program specifications and make necessary changes to ensure whatever that is current or new in industry is being taught. For instance, building information modeling, new digital tools that are used in the construction industry, we are aware of them and we've incorporated them in our modules at the moment.
Great, thanks. It's only available on a full-time basis, this course, but there are 2 points of entry. Could you just explain, are there any differences in user experience between the September starters and the January starters?
Yes, thanks for that question. Yes, we have 2 main entry points. We have the September and then the January. The September and January cohorts, they run, all of them run over a year. The January intake students start from January and they finish in the following year, February, whereas the September start from September and then they finish the following year, September. So there's slight difference in the duration. One is 13 months and one is 14 months. In terms of content that are covered, is exactly the same modules are taught to the same different to the different cohorts.
Okay, and in terms of the entry requirements, there is a bit of flexibility. I know the standard acceptable entry requirement is a 2.2 or above in engineering, but sometimes work experience is taken into account. Can you give some examples of that? Yes,
we go for students coming from engineering background, especially civil engineering, built environment, architecture, mechanical engineering. But we also take students who have coming from other backgrounds like geography, maybe physics or chemistry, who have acquired significant or suitable work experience and therefore have a good appreciation of project management settings. We tend to take students from that background as well.
Excellent, thank you. So there are very often scholarships that people can apply for on this course. Now, this isn't the place to go through them because at the time of recording they haven't yet been established for next year, but there are very often scholarships available, so it's always worth looking at the scholarship page on our website to see if there are any that you are eligible to apply for if you're interested in applying for this course. Okay, now let's move on to the content of the course. Can you run through what's covered by the modules, and are they all compulsory or are there some optional?
Okay, yeah, thank you. The program has 9 modules that all students have to undertake. The 9 modules, 8 of them are thought modules, and 1 is the project dissertation, which is self-study individual research work. The 8 modules that are thought, they have been split into 2. 4 take place in term 1, which is September autumn term, and then the other 4 takes place in spring term, January to April. This September term has modules which are project procurement and contract management, geo-environmental engineering, risks and financial management, and research methods and professional development. These are the 4 modules. And then for term 2, we have modules called project management, we have infrastructure management, we have managing people and organization, and then we have climate change module. So all these are the list of the modules which captures everything that modern project management professionals are supposed to know.
Great. And the dissertation then, that's 60 credits, so that's a third of the qualification. Yeah. Can you give a couple of examples of interesting topics that have been submitted recently?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, dissertation is really, really crucial. It constitutes about 60 credits, which is equivalent to 4 modules. And students are supposed to work independently on a topic which the student find quite interesting. And the project topics that we've had over the years are quite many, very interesting. One of them is investigating the current procurement strategies that construction organizations in UK adopt and coming out with a framework for improving procurement arrangement. Another topic is critical success factors for managing stakeholders, which is also very important. And then also a topic on BIM, Building Information Modeling, which is a very topical subject. And a lot of students have been undertaking a study on BIM, trying to investigate to understand how BIM is currently being used in the construction industry, the ways and means by which its application can be improved, etc.
Excellent, thanks. So how does a typical student on your course, what's their schedule? How do they spend their week?
Yes, the typical week of a student on this MSc course requires that the student attend lectures from Monday to Friday. Out of these Monday to Friday, only 3 days in a week. Most of our timetables are timetable over 3 days. But there are instances where there will be 1 extra day or something like that. But generally, it's 3 days a week of attending in-person lectures on campus. And the lectures are recorded, so students who are unable to attend can have access to them.
Thank you. Now, this course is accredited, like all our civil engineering courses. Yeah. Can you explain what the benefits of, because it's an unusual accreditation, isn't it? It's a single accreditation that covers a lot of boards. Yeah. Can you give an explanation of how it benefits both UK and international students?
Yes, accreditation is very important for us. The course is accredited by the JBM, which is Joint Board of Moderators. It is an umbrella professional body that looks after civil engineering degree courses in the UK here. And if this course is accredited in the sense that it is recognized by these professional bodies. So a student finishing this master's course can use this degree as the educational base required for these students to become a chartered engineer. And being a chartered engineer is very important. It helps the students, the graduate, to work in industry and progress very well in his career, professional career.
Excellent. And talking of careers, Can you give us some examples of recent graduates and the kind of careers they've gone on to, and the kind of employers who have taken them on?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, many of our students are doing great in industry. They're working in high-profile, well-established organizations. Example of this organization is Turner and Townsend, which is the top quantity surveying firm. We have Mays, which is a first 5 top construction organization in the UK here. They have offices in the North American, Middle East, and they're doing most of the projects in London. We have Balfour Beatty, which is also the top UK construction organizations. So a lot of the students are working in these organizations. A lot of them are also working in overseas in governmental organizations and public sector organizations in countries like Sierra Leone, Indonesia, China, India. We have a lot of our students who have gone back to work in government organizations.
Thanks. So it's obviously an excellent qualification from a global perspective,
Yes,
as well as for UK students.
Thank you.
So we've covered most of the questions that we tend to get asked by prospective students. But if you're watching and there are some aspects that we haven't covered or questions that you have, please send us an email to our inquiries address, which will appear on the screen. It's inquiries@brunel.ac.uk. Okay, thanks very much to Nuhu, and thanks for watching.
Thank you very much, Tina.